Hello, all over the world. Yesterday, I gave a talk on the technical meditation, very basically and fundamentally. First of all, I just want to say, so sorry to hear all the news of the coronavirus around the world. And there's so many citizens, people died in the virus. I'm so sorry to hear this. And on the other hand, I just want to help people in a way that I can do for you the best I can. For those who have been on lockdown for weeks, some countries extend the lockdown period until the end of until the middle of April. Some countries extend the lockdown period till the end of April, and my country is one of them. But we are just in Burma. It is very fortunate. A few cases are confirmed by the coronavirus. Here today, I just want to say that one purpose, there are four purposes of this meditation and also one goal. Today, I just want to say one purpose of this meditation. Why do we have to meditate? Why what meditation is? And the first one is, I would say Pali, please be patiently listen to it. I would say Pali, this is the words of the Buddha. Not my philosophy, not my own creation language, but it is the language of the heart of the Buddha, that the Buddha spoke in his time. The one purpose is, the first purpose of this meditation is for overcoming physical and mental pain, and physical and mental suffering, physical and mental discomfort. And we say in Pali, dukkha dominasanam attangamaya. Please patiently listen to this Pali word, Pali language that is spoken by the Buddha in the time of the Buddha in India. Dukkha dominasanam attangamaya. For overcoming all the physical and mental suffering, all the physical and mental pain, all the physical and mental discomfort, all the physical and mental dissatisfaction. So dukkha, this is the word that I need to explain now in the crisis of the coronavirus. Dukkha is not negative term of the Buddha's teaching. It is the reality that we are facing in everyday life. This is the reason the Buddha said life is just dukkha. The Buddha said, many people translate the dukkha into suffering. I don't like this word very much. Suffering is too much. But it means, dukkha means mental discomfort, incomplete dissatisfaction, and saying pain and suffering, okay? But actually it's mental discomfort and dissatisfaction. Because when we feel now, all over the world, you hear the noise of the coronavirus, death toll, all over the world, everywhere, in Spain, Italy, France, United States, Germany, England, Austria, Switzerland, in Asia, Cambodia, Thailand, Burma, Laos, Bhutan, and Brunei, then all over the world we hear the dissatisfied news of the coronavirus. We don't feel satisfied when we hear the news of the coronavirus across the world. This is called dukkha. We all are in that dukkha now. In the crisis of the coronavirus, that is called dukkha. We are facing that dukkha. And how we should overcome that dukkha? By practicing this meditation. the Buddha said, Dukkha Dominasanam Atangamaya, Dukkha Dominasanam Atangamaya, for overcoming physical and mental pain. Here the dukkha is very clear. Now we all, every one of us are in dukkha. Can you feel it, that dukkha? As soon as you wake up, you hear the news from coronavirus, how many death tolls and how many people infected, how many cases are confirmed, how many people died. We don't feel satisfied to hear like this news from coronavirus, right? This is called dukkha. We in Burma, the Buddhist countries, the tradition of Buddhist countries, we always say dukkha. It is purely dukkha. That means dissatisfaction at the moment, feeling uncomfortable, discomfort. This is called dukkha. There are two kinds of dukkha, of course, physical dukkha and mental dukkha. We call dukkha dominasanam atangamaya. Atangamaya means overcoming. Atangamaya means for overcoming. I'm trying to translate the word, the Pali word into English. Atangamaya, for overcoming. For overcoming. Dukkha dominasanam. Dukkha dominasanam. Dukkha means physical discomfort, physical suffering, physical pain, physical dissatisfaction. Dominasa means mental discomfort, mental pain, mental dissatisfaction. This is dukkha dominasa. Dukkha means more physical. Dominasa means no mental, more spiritual. So these two things that we embrace these two things, these two dukkha, physical dukkha and mental dukkha. Dukkha dominasana. We embrace the dukkha and dominasa together. When we feel discomfort, whenever we hear the news from coronavirus, as soon as we switch on the line, we don't want to hear, but we see the news there. We see the information there about the coronavirus across the world. So we immediately feel dissatisfied. Oh, dukkha. The dukkha is not from outside, but it's connected within ourselves. The dukkha is here, but we don't know as long as we don't experience it with this dukkha. But there are different kinds of dukkha, according to the Buddha's teaching. You know, when you're feeling too much hard, it is dukkha. When you're feeling too much thirsty, it is dukkha. When you're feeling too much hungry, it is dukkha. When you're feeling too much to go to the toilet, it is dukkha. Too much hungry, too much cold, too much feel hard, too much pain, too much bitter. You know, these kind of things that are too much ache all over the body. These things are dukkha. So dukkha is not a negative term. Dukkha is really positive reality of our life, because our life embraces these kind of dukkha, physical and mental dissatisfaction. As long as we do not experience with this dukkha is into ourselves, but we don't know whether we are dukkha or not. But when we experience with that kind of a phenomenon, the object around us, now we experience that dukkha. How to overcome? By understanding. Now if you see that coronavirus is dukkha, now we feel dissatisfied with that kind of disease all over the world. This is called dukkha. We all are in dukkha nowadays. We all are in dukkha. That is not the word from religion, but it is the practical and scientific sense of dukkha into ourselves. And how we should try to overcome it. The Buddha said, by paying attention to your own breath, by paying attention to your own breath from the beginning. Now I'm trying to extend the technique a little bit more in detail. 2 days, day 2, yesterday I talked about how to pay attention to the breath. By paying attention to the breath, when you're sitting down on the cushion, on the seat, in the toilet, in the bathroom, in the living room, in the dining room, in the kitchen, you try to observe all the experiences of slightly dukkha sensation. particularly when you are sitting for, pay attention to the breath. You just systematically pay attention to the rhythm of breath. You just systematically pay attention to the rhythm of breath. In breath and out breath. Just follow the flow of the breath. You shouldn't create light breath or short breath or long breath or deep breath or soft breath or tough breath. But you have to just follow the flow of the breath by mindfully paying attention to the in-breath and out-breath, in-breath and out-breath. I'm sure when you're doing this, you bring your attention back to the breath at the moment. If you really stay focused on the breath by mindfully paying attention to in-breath and out-breath, then you feel the moment. Your mind doesn't go to the past, doesn't go to the future. At the moment, when you are at the moment, you're absolutely clear, you're absolutely innocent, you're absolutely purified. Because there's no negative and positive emotions at the moment, because there's a breath and attention, breath and attention, breath and awareness, breath and awareness, breath and mindfulness, breath and concentration. That's all. If you do this 15 minutes, you are continuously observing the breath, following the flow of the breath, in breath and out breath. You feel the moment. Then yesterday I said, when you feel the moment, monkey mind stopped, wandering mind stopped, the four-mode network is closed. When the four-mode network is closed, what happened? Yesterday I told you that what happened? When the four-mode network is closed, the amygdala becomes deactivated here in the brain. The amygdala becomes deactivated. When the amygdala becomes deactivated, no fear, no worry, no stress, no anxiety, no depression at all, and even no happiness at all, but calmness and serenity and concentration and feeling at the moment, feeling the moment. This is the way to how we should begin this meditation. Then 15 minutes, you do this meditation, you are released from the stress, you're released from the pain, you're released from depression, you're released from anxiety, you're released from fear. By doing this, simply breathing, attention to the breathing. That's nothing to do with the Buddhism. Of course, this technique is taught by the Buddha. But there's nothing to do with the Buddhism as religion. It is the technique that everybody can follow. I said, if you find something going against your own religion, your own belief, your own faith, your own tradition, culture, in that practice, you can just stop and go away. But there's nothing going against our own tradition, religion, beliefs, faith, tradition, culture. It is just simply breath and attention, breath and attention, breath and awareness, breath and awareness, breath and mindfulness, breath and mindfulness. There's no one person. no religion, no Buddha, no Jesus Christ, no Muhammad, no Shiva, no Vishnu. That's only breath and attention. This is how I like very much. It makes me always stay my hairs on. My hairs are staying on when I talk about this. Joy and rapture rise. Peace, serenity, tranquility rise. When all the fears, anxiety, stress, depression is gone, just simply by paying attention to breath. So everybody can do it. Today I just want to a little bit extend. When you are paying attention to the breath, when you pay attention to the breath, in and out, sometimes your mind is thinking. How can you deal with that thought running mind? When your mind is thinking something else, thinking about something else, running out, please be aware of that mind thinking and bring it back. Bring it back to the breathing. In that Vipassana, tomorrow I will reconnect to the Vipassana technique of this meditation. Today we have the two forms of meditation. I will explain to you tomorrow a little bit clearer. More clear and detailed. There are two forms of meditation, samatha and vipassana, concentration meditation and the development of wisdom. The two forms of meditation. Samatha meditation can develop concentration and vipassana meditation can develop wisdom. So when we're doing this, we are just practicing this concentration meditation, samatha meditation. And vipassana is another thing. I will explain you tomorrow, because if I put too much ideas together in your brain, I think it will be difficult to learn and to focus on. That these lessons are all inside, don't worry. These lessons the meditation lessons are all inside yourself, not in the book. Of course in the book is written just to read it and learn it, but you have to put it into practice. Without practice, even if you are a monk, shaving your head and wearing a saffron robe and a holy robe, it doesn't make any sense if you don't practice this meditation. Because the monks are necessary to practice this meditation very professionally, because this is their job. They're professional to do it. And then they have to share with other people too, not religion, not Buddhism, but this meditation is like a remedy to overcome all physical and mental suffering, all physical and mental discomfort, all the physical and mental pain. This is the first purpose why we meditate. Dukkha we are facing now in a crisis of coronavirus and a problem of coronavirus. And everybody is in fear, worry, anxiety, stress. If we don't do this meditation, at least half an hour a day, how can you increase resilience to that kind of dukkha every day we experience in the crisis of coronavirus? Therefore, we need to do this meditation. We should take as a remedy, to do this meditation as a remedy to increase resilience to the daily crisis of the coronavirus. Dukkha. We are all in the dukkha. Now when you are paying attention to the breath and out breath and in breath and out breath, sometimes the mind goes out thinking about something else. You have to just be aware of the thinking mind and the thought. Be aware of the thinking mind and the thought, and bring attention back to your breathing. Bring attention back to breathing and stay focused there, paying attention to the in-breath and out-breath, the rhythm of the breath, in-breath and out-breath. After a while, the mind's going out again. Be aware of that mind and bring it back. Bring your attention back to the breathing. Bring your attention back to the breathing. And sit down again. Stay focused on the breathing. By mindfully paying attention to the breath. Again, the mind's thinking. It's often the mind's thinking. As soon as you feel the mind's thinking, pay attention, be aware of that thinking and thought, and then bring your attention back to the breathing again. As soon as you know it, you realize it, you're aware of the mind's thinking and going out, just be aware of that. Tomorrow I will connect Vipassana technique, and then you will be clearly understanding this. How to deal with that wandering mind. So as soon as your mind is thinking, just be aware of that thought or thinking and bring attention back to breathing. Again, stay focused in the breathing. When you do this, remember again, when you do this, when you stay focused on the breathing and by paying attention, mindfully paying attention to the breath, the rhythm of breath, the brain changed. The structure of the brain changed. First, monkey mind stopped playing. Second, the default mode network is shut down. And when the default mode network is shut down, the amygdala in the brain becomes deactivated. When the amygdala in the brain becomes deactivated, no fear, no worry, no stress, no anxiety, no pain. That is the purpose for overcoming the stress, anxiety, worry, fear, depression, all kinds of negative emotions and called dominassa, mental discomfort, mental dissatisfaction, mental illness. So when we do this, you can clearly see we can overcome those kind of stress, anxiety, depression. That's the purpose of the meditation. The first purpose of meditation is for overcoming physical and mental discomfort, physical and mental suffering, physical and mental pain. This is very practical, now you experience. Dukkha dominasanam atangamaya. Dukkha dominasanam atangamaya. Atangamaya means for overcoming. Dukkha means physical pain or suffering or dissatisfaction. And dominasa means mental discomfort and mental dissatisfaction, like stress is mental, depression is mental, fear is mental, worry is mental. These kind of things are called dominasa. So when you do this, you overcome them. You overcome them. This is the first purpose, dukkha dominasanam atangamaya, by practicing this meditation. Let me drop here. May all of you find time to practice this meditation when you are staying at home to protect yourself from coronavirus. May all of you experience with the peace and serenity and tranquility at home by practicing this breathing meditation for half an hour a day while you are staying at home to protect yourself from coronavirus. I hope you achieve the goal. Thank you.